So today, our topic, they deserve a Merry Christmas, yeah? Ideas on how to make Christmas memorable to your kids, for your kids. Toita Seinevana, Christmas time, does it just fly by and then we forget about it? Or, when they're adults and grown, they be like, at our home, our Christmas was amazing.
Mm-hmm. There's a question that I would love some of our listeners to answer, and that question is, what did you used to do during Christmas when you were younger? I've had plenty of stories by adults, and they've these very vivid memories of great things that they did during Christmas, most adults that I've talked to. And the funny thing is, when they talk about them, they sort of blame the younger generation for what is happening now. They're like, "Isusu go during Christmas. We used to do this. We'd have fun. We'd eat this. We'd go to the shops. We'd dance and all that." But sometimes I feel like what they fail to realize is that their Christmas times were memorable because their parents made an effort to actually make them so. And now they're no longer kids, they are parents, and it's their responsibility to actually make Christmas
Thank
memorable.
you, Coach Tafadzwa, for putting the blame on us.
Yeah.
Wow. But then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So today's kids deserve to also have a memorable Christmas. I mean, imagine.
And it's on us.
Yeah. It's on the parents. Imagine you're now a 50-year-old, 45-year-old, and you still have vivid memories of the great times that you had when you were still a kid. That means your parents really went out of their way to make something big for you, and you ought to do that also to your kids. So I think the first place to begin is, what does Christmas even mean to you? To me personally, because I'm a Christian, Christmas is that time where I'm not only celebrating the birth of Jesus in the manger, but I'm celebrating his birth in my heart. He's now in my heart. I'm now a Christian because he came, he died, he resurrected. I now have the life and nature of God, so that I take lightly, something that I value. And because I value it, I actually make sure that I celebrate it. And I do all I can to celebrate. For me, my experience is it's a little different from others. When I was younger, my Christmases weren't as memorable as they are now, because then it wasn't up to me. But now that it's up to me, I make sure that I treat myself. I make sure that I am happy, I'm in a happy mood, and then I just enjoy it. So today I just want to share some of the ideas, what parents can do, because sometimes parents would say, rice every day, so what can we do to make it different and all that. I mean, there are things.
The chicken would go every day.
Yeah. There's more to it than just rice.
Beyond the menu.
Yeah, beyond the menu. You can say that again. So here are some ideas. The first one is, take them out to play centers. Trust me, kids love those places. Just take them. And I'm saying there are many around in different places, different suburbs. You can take them there.
If they've never been there, or you can still take them there if they've
never been there. Well, it's two ways. You can take them if they've never been there, then obviously they're going to enjoy it because it's going to be a new experience for them. But maybe
what if they always go there?
If they always go there, then yeah, it will now have to be a different thing. There has to be a twist to it. But I doubt there are kids who've been to every play center in Zimbabwe. That I doubt very much.
Okay, to the different ones. All right.
To the different ones. And also there are the games maybe they haven't played, and then you just try and make it different. And also you could get ideas from them here. They know what they like. I mean, talk to them. They'll give you ideas of what you can actually do. And then I think it's also an important time, because I know that vabereki vanonyanyofarira zvinhu zvineka lesson mukati. It can't just be like fun and then goes like that. They want a little bit of lessons in it. So I think it's an important time to also teach money management. You could give them a little budget and say, okay, so this is what we've got. What are we going to do for Christmas? And then in the process of planning, finding out prices and all of that, there's a lesson that's being learned, but it's also being learned like in a fun mode, because they are enjoying, they know this is about Christmas and they are fun. And you can also teach them to be responsible and to be assertive. So you've given them a budget, you've given them the options that you have as a family, maybe where you can go, be it a restaurant or whatever. You ask them to do the reservations and all that. Sometimes I really like it. We do have workshops, and sometimes it's workshops for 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and you see a kid actually calling me and saying, I want to register. How do I go about it and all that?
That's good.
And yeah, it's really good, because that in itself teaches confidence to a child, and now they're finding details on their own and all of that. You're empowering them, so you can actually take advantage to do that during this Christmas time. The kids would love it. They would have learned something, and I think you would also appreciate it. And it's a time of giving. It's important to, first of all, you yourself, you show by example, you lead by example, you give, even starting with your kids, just giving little presents to them. You know, Mazuano, even as little as 50 cents, you can buy something that can actually change a child's mood. I mean, just wrap it up in a nice paper, they open it, they can be happy. And then, so there are no excuses. No matter how much you've got, you can actually like make something for them. And it's important to also give them gifts to give to others. I mean, help them to remember that there are some people out there who are less privileged, who don't have anybody to be doing something for them during Christmas, and they can be the answer to that person's prayer. So it can start now. You teach them to do that. You know, there's this feeling that you have when you give someone, when you make someone happy.
Yeah, true.
You even become happier yourself. So you want to teach your kids to do that as well. So when they're younger, you're giving them what to give, but then as they grow older, they'll actually remember to give on their own. You know, I always share the story. When I was, I think from kindergarten to around grade 5, each time I would visit my my mom would give me something to go and give to gran. And then when I would give it as if it's coming from me. And then my gran would be so happy. If I ever wanted tender name tupo, you know how they will do and all that. And I'll be really excited. When I got a little older, my mom stopped giving me something to go give to gran. But I would save my own pocket money so that when I'm going there, I want to be having something to give her. I want to be having something to just surprise her with. And I loved it because I would really make me happy. So I wanted that. So this is something that I then grew up with. Even now, you know, you kind of feel awkward or something because of what I was taught. So it's something that you can also start teaching the kids even from now and taking advantage of the Christmas season.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, it is teenzim.com with Coach Tafadzwa, talking about how to make Christmas memorable for our kids. And we're also asking, what does Christmas mean to you? And and what do you do? So got a message here saying, just a small contribution. My own money saving technique for Christmas is to go buy stationery as gifts for my children. So beautiful, colorful pens, pencil cases, and colorful journals as Christmas gifts instead of toys.
Wow.
So that is what she does.
That's an awesome idea. I love that. If I had kids, I was going to do that, but I still can. And let me say this to everyone out there. Even if you don't have kids, you've got nieces, you've got nephews, you've got some kids around you. It's a time for you to just surprise them. Just do something for them. Maybe you just buy some sweets. You know, I remember Pandai Kumusha, like back then, that an uncle who'd come from the city would bring either a packet of my coins. We used to use Zim coins back then, or a packet of sweets, and then they'll just be throwing them randomly to you as kids. So you'd actually know, you'd look forward to that moment when that uncle is back, is back from the city, is back from Harare, because you knew that there will be some goodies. There will be either some sweets or some coins to receive from them. So I think it's something that we can also do. It may not be a lot of money. Maybe it's just a $10 and then you buy all those things and you give like a group of kids. They would really appreciate it. Then the other thing is, the other gift you can give to your children is to just be in a good mood, especially on the day and in the season. Just be happy. Just have that attitude. You know, all this year, 364 days of the year, you had an opportunity to be a mom or to be a dad, to be serious and all that. This particular day, you can just be happy and be in that mood. You know, I remember when I was younger, one thing that would spoil our Christmases would be that maybe Panoitika something and then mom is angry or dad is angry, because you know that they'll take it out on you. If they were supposed to cook like a nice meal for you, if you're supposed to play music and all that, because they're not in a good mood, and then all the fun is killed. So just being in a good mood, that in itself, like, is just a good thing. Yeah, there will be more time you could say just for this day let it be a good a good mood day. And then quality time also, just spending time chatting together. Maybe you haven't even gone out. You ask your kids for their favorite movie. You watch it together. Your popcorn. You're watching it together, and you're just discussing about the movie. Apana teachable moments. Okay, we're gonna write pane musikana wayo ari munhingekero ari movie. Handidi kuzozvona zvichiitika. Just enjoy the movie. Just enjoy the movie. Just have fun.
Don't make me laugh.
You have time for that. So, you know what? I at this moment, I really want to hear if there are any listeners who have come through, just sharing how they used to spend Christmas back then, like when they were still young. And also, if there are some listeners who've got ideas on how they are going to be spending Christmas this time. You know, I mentioned my play centers and even going on holiday. You know, going on holiday is not just fun. Yes, it is fun, but on top of the fun, it's a time to just refresh. It's a time to open your mind and get ideas. You know, vanoshanda throughout the year. When they go out, this is the time when they refresh. This is the time when they get new ideas, become innovative. Because Christmas season is a season that's very close to the New Year. And so you want to be thinking about the next year. You want to be thinking about what to change, what new ideas to implement even in your work, what new ideas to implement at school and all of that. So in that moment, you get to learn a lot of things. You get to get ideas. Anyway, let's hear if there are any listeners who've come through.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I would encourage. Maybe it's too late for me to say this, but what I've learned, like personally, is starting in January or in February, I actually start saving up for the festive season, so that when the festive season arrives, I've got some money. Because what many people do sometimes is they convince themselves that fun is not important, the festive season is not important, and they don't do anything about it. And then come Christmas time, the festive season is here now. They start seeing Vanavepa next or Maroja Awa Hakuna Kids where they're having a braai or something like that. And then there's all of a sudden this peer pressure. You know, we often talk about peer pressure and we think it's a kids thing. Mm-hmm. Even adults suffer from peer pressure. They're like, hey, Vanavepa next, right? So how about me? We also need to do something. But then because they had not planned for it, they're now taking money that was meant for school fees. They're now taking money that was meant for maybe a project, a family project that they're working on. Then they take that money and use it for fun. But what they don't realize then is Christmas is just 7 days away from the New Year. So 7 days later, a week later, we're now into the New Year. Fees yakudiwa, rent yakudiwa, yet you've used that money for fun. So now that becomes a problem. January disease. And then we spend the money on fun. No, it's not a bad thing, but you need to save for fun because it's an important part, it's an important aspect of life. So if you plan for it, if you save for it, and also even going out, I'm sure a lot of people who like going out a lot know this. If you make bookings in advance, pay in advance, it will be cheaper like now, because now everyone wants to be everywhere. So even business people will take advantage of that. My prices are not clear. But if you were to book in advance, make your preps in advance, you will take advantage and you will actually be able to have real fun.
So now it's a bit late. It's no longer in advance.
Yeah, no. Now it's no longer in advance. But that's not an excuse for you not to do anything for your kids.
True.
Still go ahead and do.
There are different options, that will not break the bank. Different options. You can even drive out, find different, places that you can go that are even out of the city and have a good time, self-catering services and buy stuff, enjoy the scenic views of different places.
Just have fun. Speaking of that, so there's this funny TikTok video that I saw, and there was this lady who was complaining, Ashtanzi, varume kana vakuda kutendesa ku holiday kumusha, make sure you consider us first, because it is tichazozvimba maziso tichibika pamoto and you just be chilling, having your beers out there, seated in the sun and all that. So I just thought about it. I think if you're used to doing that like all the time, it will be good just to have a break and have something different, or spice it up one way or the other. Maybe you carry a projector,
Yeah.
a movie like on the
Why
wall.
not, Nay?
Yeah, so that is just different. And this thing, like you're saying, doesn't really cost much. It's just being innovative. It's just being creative and having fun. I think you will. Sometimes we pretend that it's only kids who want to have fun, but adult also. Sometimes we do workshops for adults, and the same games that we play with kids, adults also love it.
There is a child in there somewhere
there's a child
inside.
in each and every one of us. It's just that sometimes when there are kids around, you then don't want to show that out. You want to act all mature, but then when the kids are on their own and adults are on their own, they can actually have a lot of fun. I would be happy if somebody who was listening here and was one of those who were saying, Mazwana, akusisina Christmas, apana, kugorerino hakuna Christmas and all that. I'm just hoping that you've been inspired. And if you will not do it for yourself, at least do it for the kids. I mean, they deserve it.
Because our parents did it for us.
Yeah.
What we write home about to say, it's because they made an effort. So we should do the same. Yeah.
Definitely.
Totally.
And even on our end, we've actually lined up some cool, fun days, even in this period, so that if you don't have ideas, maybe you can get in touch, talk to us, bring your kids over. We have fun with them, and they will have something to write in their compositions. That compositions was there an English version to that? I don't know.
The day I'll never forget.
Yeah, the day I'll never forget. Something. Oh, well, yeah. So at least they'll have something to write and say, oh, this is the fun that I had and all of that.